Okay, in this video I'm going to teach you how to use your attendance functions. Okay, so the first thing that you'll want to do is create an attendance scheme. Okay. So you come into attendance schemes, you click new scheme, and it will let you set up your scheme. Okay, now I'm going to show you my scheme, which is here. This is the one I set up. And since I count students present, absent, or tardy, I simply added those three symbols, and I have assigned 100% if I count them present, 0% if they're absent, and 75% if they're tardy. Now, this is useful if you have attendance as part of your grade. Of course, it shouldn't be much, but in my listening and speaking classes, I include attendance as one grade in my participation section. Okay, and by assigning these percentage value, that allows me to give them an actual grade that I can then back up via my attendance. So once you have set up your attendance scheme, okay, you can go back into attendance and attendance registers and click new register. Okay, and I've already set up my fall register, so I'll name this test register. Test register. And system scheme, Deborah's attendance. Okay. Cause for concern, I usually set that at 85%. That way on the students page they'll get a little red dot that tells them, hey, look, you're missing class too often, and it catches them before they violate the attendance policy. Now here you have to put in your session name. Okay. So if this is, well, let's just say it's a Friday class, since I'm doing this on a Friday, you would put in your date, if you will, okay, and then you put in your first three dates, so 9/25, and then 10/2. Now, save it, okay. And then come down here, because obviously there are more than 3 days in the school year. And if I wanted to add in the rest of the dates, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just put in another 8 weeks. There's a little more than that, but I want to be able to add in 8 more classes. So I will put in the number 8 and click Add Sessions. And now I have 8 more sessions. All right. Now, yes, you do have to know the dates of every class meeting. I did find a lovely website where, here, researchmaniacs.com. They have, you can look up the day of the week by the year. So if I wanted to know what all of the Fridays in 2015 are, there they are. So instead of having to hunt them down on a calendar, I have them right here, and then I could, jot them down and come back in here and put them in my register. Okay? All right, so if you decide you had too many extra sessions there, you have your little delete can over here. So you just go back and delete any extra days, any extra lines, and click Save. And there, you're back to 3. Okay? All right, so now I'd like to show you what that attendance looks like for the students. So I'm going to go into my fall register here. Okay. And you can see, every Tuesday and Thursday I've been taking attendance, and sometimes students have come late and sometimes students have been absent. What's happened here with this little dash is this particular student was dropped for non-payment and then re-enrolled, and I will have to go back in and correct this attendance because that student did attend that day, but when she was dropped, I lost her attendance data from my attendance register. Now what I like about this is if I scroll over to the end, as you can see here, is a percentage. And this is what I use as their grade for participation. Here this student is at a 75%, okay? And for this class, that's what I have listed as cause for concern. So they will get their attendance. When they check their attendance, this will show up on their attendance page, this little warning sign, and their attendance will be in red, and they know that they're missing too much class or they're coming late too often. Okay? So that's how it works.